Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca,
And I'm Vince.
and we're here to share with you about Rituals of Renewal. This is an offering that we have been putting together over the years, and people are really gaining a lot of benefit from it. And we just want to share with you what it's actually about. So
A lot of times, like people, they get disoriented, they get discouraged, they get a little bit lost in life. They feel overwhelmed. Not sure if any of you have felt overwhelmed before. Maybe even smothered by life, just like, ugh. So, there's this need to refresh ourselves. There's this need to reorient ourselves and reconnect with life itself. And that way we can get re-inspired and we can be reborn.
yeah, and I mean, it's so natural, at least in this day and age, for pretty much most of us to have that need. Because as we all know, the influences of the world around us, there's so many distressing events taking place. There's a lot of stress and pressure, and in our personal lives and in the lives of those around us, we suffer losses. It's part of life, and pain is part of life. So really, what this is about is, like Vince just said, when we start to struggle with feeling a little bit like overwhelmed and lost, and it's like we often lose our way a little bit and feel disconnected, disconnected from ourselves, our path, the world. And so it's about refreshing with that life energy again, like you were saying, and also about refreshing our connection with ourselves and that core place inside that gives us our innate wisdom.
So, how many times have you ever done what do they call that you do at New Year's?
A New Year's resolution.
Resolution. So, how many times have you done a resolution and then it's great for the first month, and then you miss a day, you hop back on the next day, and then the day after you forget, and then all of a sudden by the end of February it's pretty well all forgotten about. So maybe that's happened to you, maybe it hasn't. I know it's happened to me. So we wanted to make something a little more in depth, a little more sacred, a little more of a container that you can hold yourself to a little bit easier, and take some deeper meditations that goes right down into a real very still place at a molecular level, where you can make decisions from that most quiet, still place, so that you're making the proper decisions for yourself too.
Yeah, totally. And this is something that we've just found has worked for us. So, let's back up a little. What's a ritual?
So a ritual would be something that's done with repetition over and over again until it becomes ingrained or entrenched, and it becomes a way of life for us.
And interestingly, there's so many rituals that we do that are kind of the more mundane, like say brushing your teeth. And there's some rituals that we do that are unconscious that just turn into habits, and those actually, whatever we repeat over and over again, whatever we think, whatever we say, whatever we do over and over again, that's what we become, and that's what our lives become. So for Vince and I, we've really, along with what you were saying about the New Year's resolution, we continuously renew our commitments to ourselves and in our life based on connecting deeply in that sacred container, quiet space where we can really know what it is that's real for us in the now, and continue to navigate from that place. So we keep going back. So that's what the ritual part of this is about. It's about creating a ritual for yourself that can tether you to yourself. You keep coming back to it, and you keep reconnecting. And then from that place, being able to navigate your life with clarity. And so renewal.
renewal would be like to be reborn or be refreshed into something really new and tantalizing and great, kind of like the flowers coming up in spring, something to that effect. And where we're feeling like that constantly and consistently.
Yeah. And it's, I think of that word as we were talking about, like when we get overwhelmed with life and when life feels like it's weighing us down and kind of, it's like, whoa, where am I going? What am I doing? I'm living in the have tos. I'm living in the, I should. I'm living in the expectations of other people. And where am I in all of this, right? And then we can get discouraged because the part of us that wants to be who we are and live our gifts and bring those to the world and, experience life to the fullest and find that full fulfillment of belonging in the world as your full self. That part of us gets discouraged, And so what's the opposite of that? It's courage, refreshing our courage from that place of like, okay, remembering, like reconnecting. Who am I really? What are my gifts? What are my talents? What are my values? What is my vision? What am I called to do? And so in this offering that we've created, we've set out some reflection questions similar to what I just shared. And we've also set out it's a PDF, so you can download the PDF just to get a sense of how to create a sacred container space for yourself if you don't already know how to do that. And then what kinds of things to tune into. And then Vince has made some beautiful videos with your amazing talent of being an NLP practitioner.
Yeah, so some of those take a person way down into those deep quantum field kind of levels.
It's like a guided meditation.
Yeah, guided meditation, yeah. And we bring people back to that place where you can project yourself into the future, bring those gifts back. We've got other meditations where you go meet your twin out there in the cosmos somewhere. And there's all kinds of different ones. Take and choose which ones you like and start working on making up your own ritual of renewal with some of these ones that happen to work really well for us. So we're sharing that. It's almost like sharing our deepest inner sanctum with you on some of the things that really work for us. So hopefully you can build your own ritual of renewal with some of the suggestions that we offer here today.
Yeah, and can you just share a little bit about what's the twin, when you said twin, what would be the benefit of meeting your twin?
Okay, so this,
give a little teaser.
Sure. This twin is like your ultimate self. It's the one that's achieved everything that you've always wanted in your life. They've achieved everything you already have, and they've achieved everything that you want. So when you go visit them in a super relaxed, deep, almost like trance state, you can allow these things into your subconscious mind a lot easier. And it becomes more real when we're in a relaxed state. So that's really what NLP and hypnosis is about, is just being allowed to relax, to allow things to come into us, to become us, to have those realizations in the now of what things feel like from the future here in the now, and all that kind of piece. So yeah, we'll get into all that in the videos, but really it's about finding that solution. We're trying to help you find your own solutions by providing these tools to get you there. So
yeah, I love that one because when I go meet my twin, it's like it's meeting the wise part of myself basically, and sitting and receiving that wisdom and that insight from
the higher mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's a few videos like that with guided meditations that Vince put together for you. And then at the beginning, there's also some Qigong videos, and those are meant to be also something that you can work with to create your own ritual of renewal, where that's the part that where you are really reconnecting. You're really reconnecting with your whole body, your whole sense of aliveness, and you're just allowing and you're noticing the chi energy of life, the aliveness of life to fill you up, so that you can sit in that stillness and really feel that stillness. You can calm your nervous system down and really become super present through the Qigong, and then go into the meditations and the reflections and really receive that wisdom and inner guidance to help you make clear choices as you go forward in life. And what were you going to say?
And not only that, it's also like a ceremonial opening. So it's keeping it very on a sacred level. When we breathe into those things, there's one part where we breathe and we're opening to all the blessings coming our way with our arms wide open, you know? So it's spending time in the vision of your own life, the highest vision that you have for yourself, and spending time there. And really sitting in those feelings of those, being in those blessings. Don Coyas, who wrote Well-Brighty, started the Well-Brighty movement, one of his four founding principles is no vision, no development. Simple. Yeah. Hey? Yeah. And so how are we ever going to know where we're going if we don't have a vision to get us there?
Right. And what if what we're doing is carrying the vision of someone else and the vision of something else, and it's not fulfilling us because it's not coming from that core place within?
And not only that, it would be a lost thing to drive up a logging road to go buy a car from a car dealership.
I'm confused by that.
Are you? So without a vision, we don't know where we're going. How are we going to get there? Is essentially what I mean by that.
Right, okay. Yeah, thank you. So, we're really excited for you to tune in and join in with us with these rituals of renewal. And you know, part of it is making, as you create a ritual of renewal, the idea is to set an intent to return back to that, right? Repeatedly. So whether you want to do that every week, well, every day, every week, every new moon, every full moon, or both, or, you know, at some special time that resonates for you around that wheel of the year, each season, right? Just knowing that you're going to carve out that time to create time and sacred space that's just for you to tune out the rest of the world's chaos for just a little while and experience that beauty of who you are, and really let yourself be nurtured by that, and how connected that you are to the source of all life, and how your life is an expression of that divine source, and to find that inspiration from that place.
So we're really hoping you'll join us coming right up, and Rituals of Renewal 2024.
Yeah.
Just in time for the Chinese New Year.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's right. Just in time for the Chinese New Year. Okay, many blessings.
Year of the Dragon. Blessings.